hope you're doing well. I'm here today to do the review for The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Cool. So yeah, I rated it 4.25 stars because I really enjoyed the book. It wasn't what I really expected, but it wasn't that bad either. It was a really, really cool story with vampires and humans. Well, basically one human, which is our female main character, Rhea. But yeah, the thing is that I wasn't expecting was because what I was used to reading from vampires was mostly Anne Rice, so Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Dead, and there was a lot of like death and seduction and all that. And here it's a little bit different, but I can't understand why it is that way because it's a totally different story and it has a tournament and all that. So still, it was still a great story. So to give you guys a heads up, this story is about a girl, a human girl called Rhea, which is our female main character, like I said. And she's rescued when she's little by a vampire, the Nightborn King called Vincent, and he takes her to his castle, and he raises her for like 16 years as his daughter, basically. So it's like the most powerful vampire, the Nightborn King, as a human daughter, basically, for all these years. And Ray decides to join this tournament called the Gajari, which happens every 100 years. And whoever wins the Gajari is granted a wish by the goddess of death, Nyaxia. So basically, she decides to join this tournament with a bunch of other vampires. There's different vampires as well. Like there's the different races, like the Aj, the Rishon, and then they have different houses, like the House of Blood, the House of Night, and I know there's another one, but I totally forget which one it is. I think there's 3 houses, if I'm not mistaken. And this tournament has 4 trials, and every trial has a name with like a phase of the moon, like the half moon, the crescent moon, and every trial has a different time space in between them, like weeks or so. But yeah, it's a very interesting story. The parts that I didn't like the most was the ones that were between the trials, because the trials were, you know, there were a lot of action and stuff like that, and it was really cool. But I feel like the other parts in between them were the parts that I didn't like as much. But I did enjoy meeting getting to know the main character, which is a Rishon vampire called Rain Ashraj. And he was my favorite character in the whole book. I mean, Aurea has a really nice character growth from start to finish, definitely. I mean, she's a human, so she has to go through all these other vampires and the trials and all, so it's a really big thing for her to be able to go through all that. But she's been trained by Vincent, so she has some, you know, tactics and all that, but still it's pretty hard. But yeah, Rain was definitely the top of the book was definitely Rain. It was real nice the way he acted, the way he made jokes, and it was really kind, because at the start you don't think he would be like that, but then he's completely different from what you expect, and I really love that. He's definitely a book boyfriend for this, like that. He's a really nice vampire. But yeah, there's a really nice spicy scene too, so that's a plus. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the story. It wasn't really a 4.5. I was like, I'm indecisive between a 4 and a 4.5. Well, technically a 4.25 and a 4.5, basically, because I didn't think it deserved a 4 because I really, really liked it. But the fact that the ending wasn't what I was expecting for the book, so I'm really curious how the author um, continues the story in the second book, because this is a duology, so there's one more book after that. Um, but yeah, the things that I didn't like the most, like I said, were the parts between in between the trials and the ending. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I decided to give it a 4.25 stars, which I think is still a nice, you know, a nice score. So, but yeah, I guess that is it. I really enjoyed it. I still recommend it if you like vampires and this sort of trial things and tournaments. I think it's really fun. I mean, it's totally different from what I've read before. I've never read anything with tournaments and trials and things like that. Well, except I guess Fourth Wing could count as that with a gauntlet and all, but I don't know, this is a little bit different, I guess. But yeah, I still recommend it. So let me know in the comments below if you've read it before, if you're reading, if you want to read it, if you enjoyed it or not. So yeah, basically this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.